So recently, someone walked in on me geeking out to an anime on my lunch break. Like, the whole 9 yards. I was talking to myself, having a conversation. But you gotta think, what kind of show could make me do that? What show could have me laughing and yelling and dropping my sandwich on the floor? Yeah, my lunch went to waste. It's the show where a platinum blonde throws hands with a bunch of rich snobs. AKA, may I ask for one final thing? If you're wondering, yes, the intro did actually happen, and I contemplated watching either Konosuba or With You Our Love Will Make It Through, but I'm glad I didn't, because I would have been boned. I'm already recognized as like a D1 gooner or like a freak at my job. I don't need the furry tag added along with it because I'm not. Looking at 1-2 Punch Speedy Disco Lady, though, has really kept me hooked episode by episode. I mean, I'm talking like I'm there, I'm present, I'm fully committed. It's not generic because, how often do you see a woman with such desire to punt a guy across a room? I don't see that very often. And while that might be a majority of the plot, it goes like, hey, my darling little honey butter chicken biscuit, we've got these bad people who do bad things that we have no evidence of. Would you mind investigating for me? Oh, I'd be more than happy to give them these fisticuffs. And that's pretty much it. Sure, there's some aspects about the kingdom, the wholesome saint who was a boyfriend, and the events leading up to the punchings, but in reality, yeah, but it's mainly about a crazy ass girl pulling off some crazy ass anti-gangs against the nation's ops. Like, it does not get sweeter than this. Although I say the story was relatively two-dimensional, it's still extremely enjoyable. If it wasn't, I wouldn't have recommended this show to the officer that pulled me over one night and started asking me about anime. Don't question how we got there, though. Scarlet, who is our harbinger of body bags, came out swinging from the womb and was married off to some scummy prince who treated her like a super drain. Somehow, someway, Scarlet managed to make friends who didn't help whatsoever. But then, the Giga Chad brother shows up. Her fiance's brother. And they made a pact to help Scarlet through her time of misery. Now, what Scarlet's fiance didn't know is that she's been training to step in the ring with him for years. And it was only a matter of time before she got her revenge. As you could probably guess, I'm watching the dub of this show because it's like really stupidly good. Like, one of the best dubs I've heard in a while. Genuinely. And the reason I say that is because all the characters feel alive. They don't feel like they're a script or like they're an automated voicemail message. Like, the average that was like, hey, how are you doing? It's like, come on, put some life into it, man. The personalities really shine through, which I am so thankful for. I started watching the sub for about like 5 minutes, but then Scarlett's VA, I was like, she'd be saying some wild shit in dub. I'm gonna go back. She was like aura farming like so bad. It was like not even a debate on whether I should watch the sub or the dub. I went with the dub, of course.
Riddle me this, bitch. Which is faster, your shiny purple trinket or my two-bear fist?
The animation is consistent. It's on the higher side as well. The art style is nice. It's pretty to look at, of course. It's polished. It feels thorough. Nothing feels dips at some parts, no ups at some parts, no lows. Everything is just nice, consistent all across the board, visually. The opening is about average. It's your stereotypical anime. It's nothing over the top. The song does feel like it runs on a bit too long, with how it tries to keep its like upbeat energy the whole time, but that exciting tempo kind of just wears off halfway through and you're left like with this feeling I just don't want. The ending though, the ED is like gas. Like, I genuinely like it. It reminds me of like Nai from Shadow's House season 1, where Fiona absolutely cooked. It has that same feeling around that same package, but more tailored for this anime, and that does add like a lot to the overall music. The rest of the soundtrack is average, nothing special. It's kind of like the opening. It's okay for what it is, and that's fine, In short, I really do love watching this show because it cracks me up and has me cheering when the main character starts getting into altercations. I'm talking like this is like a bar brawl or watching a fight in a Waffle House. Yeah, come on! Let's get her! With the left! As a comedy villainous anime, I'd say it's probably my favorite. Definitely, probably my favorite. It's the right amount of goofy to action, but story-wise, it feels all over the place. It's lackluster. When I start off my brain, it's great, but when I turn it on, it feels incomplete. I haven't finished the show yet, but since the problem already exists, I don't think it's going to get fixed regardless. That being said though, it's rated at 7.5 on Mal, and I'd give it a 7 in its respective genre. I love the dub and the premise, but the story, world building, side characters, and antagonists really do need more attention to them. And maybe if it gets to season 2, we'll get that attention, but considering this feels like this is going to be the end of the first season, and that's all, yeah, probably not.
So, I have since finished watching May I Ask One Final Thing. And I would like to say one final thing. The fact that Terranetza, she's the scope of the ED, right, had more screen time in said ED than the entirety of the show. I think as a main antagonist, that's a really bad thing. Personally, that's a really bad thing. Aside from that, I think it does bump it up a bit because the ending was good. It concluded a bit better than I would have thought, but still is lacking in that side character development department. Like there's too much missing to actually be anywhere close to an 8 or rank any higher than a 7.5. So I think I'm being gracious here. Other than that, hope you guys have another good day. We're returning back to this, hitting it hard. Don't worry, I got a bunch of stuff lined up. So it's already pre-posted and ready. So you just gotta wait another week for stuff to come out. Until then, we have Cooking Channel coming out, and maybe we'll focus on the H channel sometime later. Maybe. Probably next month.